Hey guys, it's Kev Bear Cub here for my next edition of TMI Tuesday on August 20th, 2013. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about my the past week and answer some questions that you guys have asked me. So the first thing is I actually sent a message to somebody named I Speak Fluent Nerd, and I said, you are all kinds of cute, because this guy is really freaking adorable. And his response was, have you seen yourself? Because you're even more cute. And I Speak Fluent Nerd, I don't think that that's possible, because you're really freaking adorable. So thank you for your comment, or your compliment back, but you're very, very attractive. So, all right, so getting on with some questions. The next question I had, or the first question I could had, was from 818 Cuddle Bear. Hey, baby. It says, hello, Kev Bear Cub. I wanted to tell you that I think it's wonderful that you answer your Tumblr followers and that you encourage your followers to submit questions. So I want to ask, do you currently have, or have you ever had a pet? Are you a cat lover or dog lover? What kind of food do you like to prepare? And what kind of food do you like to eat when you go out? P.S. I like your beard. Thank you. All right, so first question was, do I currently or have I ever had a pet? Yes, I've pretty much always had pets. Currently, I have two cats. I have Ronan and Halo. Ronan is... they're around here somewhere, but Ronan is kind of like a black and gray striped tiger looking cat, kind of, and he may be a Mao, but Egyptian Mao, that's what somebody told me, but when I look up the pictures of him, it doesn't look exactly like him, but he kind of looks like an orange tabby, but instead of him being orange, he looks black and gray with like the black and gray stripes. But anyway, and then my other one is a Norwegian forest cat. His name is Halo. He's this big, huge, fluffy gray and white cat, and they're both really, really affectionate. I did have pets growing up. I always grew up with dogs. We always had big dogs. I'm a big fan of big dogs. I like just so you know, I like dogs and cats. But I had my favorite dog, or my favorite pet really was a black lab that I had growing up. He was black lab. His name was Magic, and I had him, we got him when he was about 1 or 2 years old, and we had him until he was like 14. He died when he was 14. Instantly died, though. It was no like pain and suffering. He just kind of had a brain aneurysm one day and just dropped dead. And it was like instant, so he didn't feel any pain. And I know that sounds really harsh, but I kind of am happy that that's what happened, because that way he didn't have some long, horrible, suffering life. And for a black lab to get to be 14 years old is, for those of you that have black labs, know that that's really a nice, long life. And he had a really great life, because he was able to swim in our pool, and my parents would take him up to the lake. They have a lake house, and so they'd go up to the lake in Canada, and he'd go swimming in the lake there over the summers, and it's just, he had a great life. I kind of pamper my pets. You said, what kind of food do I like to prepare? I will tell you that I prepare anything that's easy. For example, I just had lunch, and all I made myself was peanut butter and jelly, because I am not a very good cook. That is changing. I'm trying. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm not a very good cook. So anything easy, that's pretty much what I like to prepare. What kind of food do I like what kind of food do I like to eat when I go out? I would say my favorite food is Thai. I love Thai. I love pad Thai, especially when it's really spicy. Love pad Thai. I love Chinese food. I love Mexican food. I love Italian. Anything. I love food. I love lobster. Yeah, I love lobster. I will say I'm not a huge red meat eater, so I don't dislike it. I'm just not a big meat eater. So if I go out, maybe I'll have a steak or something, but that probably wouldn't be my first choice on the menu, is to have steak. I would probably choose pasta over steak, just because I'm a big pasta person. So yeah, that's what I like. Brown Bear 1985 told me he would like me to share his spunky mess pic. I have to find the pic. I'm sorry, I haven't looked on your blog to find it, but I'll find it and share it for you. But you're a real cutie pie. Sexy Cub Utah. We had some exchanges back and forth. I really like chatting with you. It was really cool. Hopefully we can keep chatting. There was just kind of like messages back and forth. All right, let me go and get to the next page. Sorry. An anonymous asked me, do you prefer to top or bottom or maybe both? And I've answered this a couple times before. I know that, you know, as I get new followers, people are going to ask some of the same things. So I'm going to keep answering them, if that's okay. I'm versatile. My experience in the past has always been as a top, but recently I've been experiencing being a bottom as well, and I enjoy them both. I like them both equally. I'm still a little bit more comfortable as a top, but that's, you know, I'm working through that, and you know, now I have somebody great that I can experience that with and practice and try, and yeah. So yeah, both is the answer. Barry Bear, B-E-R-E Bear, said, "Hi Kevin, your eyes are so beautiful that anyone would like to dive into this blue. Don't say you neglected your followers. Feel free to post whenever you like." That was because I posted on there saying, "Hey guys, I've neglected you." I put a text message up. My question is, what do you feel when you think about the last 20 years of your life? Joy, sadness, frustration, anger, for any right or wrong reason, madness, etc. And how do you imagine the next 10 years? In fact, there are 2 questions. These are really good questions. I really like this one. So I would say when I think about my last 20 years, the majority of it, because I moved out, I'm 40 years old, as you guys know, and I moved away from home when I was 23. And I actually moved to Nashville to try my hand at being a country music singer, believe it or not. But but I would think over the past 20 years, I feel a lot of mixed emotions over the past 20 years because I had some really tough times that basically dealt with relationships. But I've also had some really phenomenal, amazing times. I would say I just have a mixture of all emotions. I mean, I can say that I don't regret anything. I don't regret things in my life, and things that I have experienced in my life have brought me to where I am today. So, yeah, I can't really complain about that. Sorry, my hair's kind of sticking up in the front, and it looks a lot higher than it really is. You can see it's not that bad, but the angle makes it worse. As far as the next 10 years go, you know, I really hope to further my relationship. I hope that in the next 10 years, I'd like to see myself really just my career having taken off. I'd like to see have a house that I'm sharing with my partner, and you know, maybe adopt a child or two. I think it would be great to adopt a kid. Yeah, I just want to, where I see myself in the next 10 years is just seeing myself enjoying life, and because things have been getting so much better for me. They've been continually getting better for me, and so I really appreciate that, and I don't want to take that for granted, because I know that can be taken away from us at any time. So I will say that over the next 10 years, I just hope to continue to be happy, luckily if I'm still around, obviously, and yeah, I'd like to see myself in a home with my partner, with our dog, with our kids, you know. So thank you for that question. That was a great question. Alan Boy Pinoy, hey cutie, you said, what cologne do you use? I wear Old Spice. The more I sweat, the sweeter it gets on my bod. Which was really cute. So Alan, I actually don't use cologne. I'm not a cologne kind of guy. You know, I just like to shower and get clean and put on deodorant, and I mean, I like to be clean. I tend to be a bit sensitive to colognes, so I don't really use them a lot. I don't know what kind of cologne Ryan uses. He doesn't really wear a lot of cologne either, but when he does, I don't know what kind it is, but he does smell really good with it. I'll have to ask him what that is. So yeah, I don't really use it. But I will say that Ryan wears Old Spice deodorant, and the way it mixes with his body just drives me wild. So anyway. Pandas 1969, what's up, cutie pie? Hey Kevin, loved your last video. When you mentioned you loved eating ass, that really turned me on. Woof. Okay, now that that's out of the way, here's my TMI Tuesday question. What's the strangest porn scene you've watched, and did it turn you on? Thanks, man, and hope you get 1,000 followers soon so we can see another hot makeout video. I don't know if it's strangest or not, but it was definitely the one that sticks out of my head. There was a video, and I think it's called Loaded. And it was a barebacking video that Dawson is a bottom. And for those of you who watch that kind of porn, Dawson is pretty popular in that scene. And he's a really attractive, cute guy. But Dawson ends up getting fucked by like a lot of guys. A lot of guys. And there's this one scene that's called Churning the Butter. And this guy, this really big dick, fucks Dawson after all these other guys have already fucked him, and it's just, he pounds him so much that like everything starts leaking out and it starts flying everywhere and it's like spraying everywhere, and it's pretty insane. I've not really ever seen something like that, and I was like, it kind of took me back a little bit. I was like, whoa. But in a weird way, it kind of turned me on, because I was like, I mean, I would never do something like that, just because, you know, I just want to do that. I want to put myself in that kind of a position to either be the bottom or the top doing that. But it was hot to watch, and that's the thing. You know, I don't think anybody should ever be ashamed of watching porn, because it's safe and it's something that adults can do if they want to just take care of themselves or whatever. But I think that there's a time and a place for it. So, but that one, it really stuck out and it turned me on. And I actually do have a copy of the video because I enjoy watching that scene sometimes. So yeah, that's what it is. Anonymous asked me, he says, now my only question, when will you both share the naughty pics? And I know that you're talking about Ryan and I'm sorry, but there's a limit to how naughty I'm going to get, because I do have a job where I do not want any naked pictures of myself out there, at least pictures with my face. So I don't know that I'm going to be posting naughty pictures. You can see plenty of naughty pictures of Ryan, because he's totally cool with that. At least he was in the past, or, you know, still is kind of. But I think he's even kind of cutting back on that as well. But, yeah, you can see plenty of pics of him. He's the cuter one anyway. All right, Tog Bear. Jan, I adore you. I really do. I hope that you get to come out here and visit the U.S. soon, because you are a total sweetheart, and I absolutely adore you. So you said, hi, Kev Bear Cub. There are so many photos of you and Darth Cubby on Tumblr. All of them look amazing. But I think there is this one picture from Saturday that means so much more to both of you. Congratulations and best wishes for your relationship. I remember that you talked about those mean and offending comments you got after you posted the video of you and Darth Cubby. I hope you didn't get that kind of comments after posting the photo on Saturday. You are so happy, and nobody should be angry about that. I'm really looking forward to the next TMI Tuesday video, just to see that big fat smile on your face when you talk about the weekend you have. I think you will talk about it. This is the reason why my question for you this time is, how was your weekend in detail? Hugs, Jan. Jan, thanks for bringing that up. Nice segue into talking about my weekend. Yes, I had a pretty amazing weekend this past weekend. And I'll tell you guys that I know Jan from being on Facebook, so he had seen some Facebook status comments that I had, status updates or whatever you want to call them that I had, and some pictures. And then I know some of you may have seen the pictures I posted, but yes, this weekend, Darth Cubby. You guys know Ryan. A lot of you probably have come to my blog through Ryan. Darth Kibby and I have decided to make it official, and we are officially a couple. We've been an official couple since August 9th, but we decided to make it known this past Saturday, which was like the 17th or something like that. So yeah, we're officially a couple. I can honestly and openly say that I love him with all of my heart and soul. I adore him. He's the absolute best thing that's ever happened in my life. I don't know why I got so lucky and why he picked me. Because I know that there's so many of you out there that just love and adore him. And he's just an amazing guy. He's a really amazing guy who has just changed my life. And we have an unbelievable time together. So let me see. In detail about my weekend was Friday. I had to work until 9 o'clock at night. And then Ryan came down here to my apartment. He lives about an hour away. So he came down. We spent the weekend together. Friday night was a nice night, very romantic. Saturday, what did we do Saturday? Saturday, we did take the picture that I posted on Facebook. Actually, I posted it on Tumblr too. The picture of us in the red shirts. We did that. We did some. It's kind of boring actually. We did some grocery shopping. And as weird as it sounds, like we really like to grocery shop together. We have such a good time. We're totally silly and crazy. Like we'll hold hands and skip down the aisles like kids. It's just very weird. Like we're a weird couple. I'm telling you. Anybody who gets a chance to see us together in person will see that we're completely whack jobs. Like we're total weirdos with each other. But what we did make dinner. Ryan is a phenomenal cook. He is like he cooks amazing, which really works well since he likes the chubby bears. So because then he can keep them well fed, and he does like to keep his chubbies well fed. But he made chicken fajitas, and we had my parents come over. My mother and my stepfather came over for dinner. Excuse me. And we had dinner. It was kind of late. We had dinner though together, and then they left, and it was kind of nice because my mom gave him a hug when they left, and my parents really like him, thank God, because I'm going to date him anyway. And and then Sunday, what did we do Sunday? We kind of see the thing with Ryan and I is that we're very, very bad about getting up in the morning. We'll wake up early, like we'll wake up at 7 or 8 o'clock, but we are not the kind of people that get out of bed very quickly. So I hate to admit, but like a lot of it is just kind of spent there, like cuddling up next to each other and just kind of talking in the morning and whatnot, because we don't really get up very quickly. So Sunday, then we did go ahead and we hung out with a friend of mine just for a little bit. My friend Kim, I work with her. We got to see her on Sunday, and then went back to his place. I dropped him off, and then we hung out for a little while, and I came home, and that's it. And then, which is really a busy now this is kind of a busy week for us because he started school, and I went back to school as well. So yeah, so that was kind of my weekend in detail. Kind of a detail, I guess. I mean, I didn't share a lot of the stuff of what we did over the weekend as far as like romantic stuff, but you never know. Get me to 100, get me to 1,000 followers, and maybe I'll post another video. He totally is willing to have another makeout session with me for on camera. So yeah, it might be a little bit more revealing than the other one was, since the other one was kind of so close up with our faces, but we'll see. I think he looks good on camera, so I need to get some posts of Ryan on camera because he's really attractive. In case you guys haven't seen, he's really fucking hot. Yeah, that's it. I know this was a long one. Sorry, guys. I love getting my messages from you, and I know I tend to talk and ramble a lot, but it's my way of just kind of chatting and getting stuff off my chest and out, and yeah. So please feel free to send me more messages, ask me some questions. If I get a ton of them, I'll try to answer either by video or just by replying to you on my blog, any questions you guys may ask. But yeah, so I am officially partnered. I officially have a boyfriend. That's the sum up of everything. And Ryan, baby, Darth Cubby, I love you. I love you so fucking much. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you, baby, and thank you for coming into my life, because you're a gem, and you're number one. You know that. All right, baby. And to all my other followers, thank you so much for keeping up with me. All right? Talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.